Okay, I think I have it now. Okay, chat. Can you guys hear me? Now you can. Yay! Sorry about that. I was saying where you guys couldn't hear me. I was like, let me know if you can hear me because I'm not upstairs in Barbie World and I have just like my MacBook and so it was still connected to like my mic and all my tech upstairs. But I had it on default, so I don't know why I just didn't like default. You know, so annoying. So I had to delete my audio and then like re-add a new device. The new device being the MacBook mic. So extra. But hi guys. Hey. Oh my gosh, Rosie's here. My pink cheetah princess is here. Very Lolita. Hello. Thank you. Let me know if I'm too loud. I feel like I should be okay though, but let me know if I'm too loud. How you guys feeling tonight? Do you guys have like little snacks? Do you have drinks? Oh my gosh, now it's buffering. This is so annoying. I'm about to tell everyone in my house, get off. My thing is buffering. Get off the internet. So here's the issue, okay? Thank you, Nikki. And Nikki, what I was saying earlier, I'm going to stop saying your name 3 times, but what I was saying earlier was thank you for the kind comment that you left. That meant so much to me. Very Lolita. You're a little sick? You're going to make some tea? What kind of tea are you going to make? I don't know why this is buffering. I'm about to kick everyone in my house off the internet. Hey, Kendra. Pikachu, please. I don't know why they closed you out. Sugar cookie Hershey Kisses. Oh my, I kid you not. I have some of those. They're in the candy jar. And let me tell you what else I have. Oh my gosh. Speaking of sugar cookie chocolate, right? I made, they're not called white strawberries. They're called a different type of fruit, but they look like white strawberries. I made some like white sugar cookie chocolate coated ones. And then I put like some gold sprinkles on it. It's super cute. You made the eggnog drink and it was good? Yay! Okay, let me call them because I don't know why. Can you guys see me or am I frozen for you guys? On my end, I'm frozen. I'm about to call my boyfriend, tell him, get off the internet. I can hear him on the chat and everything. Oh, you guys can see them. So it's just frozen on my end. That's so weird. Yes, they're called pine berries. Hey, boo. Okay, you guys can see me. See, I don't know. And now he's not even picking up the phone. Mind you, he's like literally right in this room behind me. Pikachu, I'm not talking to you, mama. Pink says hi, everybody. I don't know if you guys can see her. He's not even picking up his phone. But yeah, okay, so let me tell you guys. I have like a couple of drinks. First of all, I took 2 shots of blackberry ginger soju. At my Total Wine store, they've had like this, they moved the soju like racks around, and then they had this empty shelf that was like coming soon. So when I say I was pressed, I was like, ooh girl, what's coming soon? Like what you guys cooking? What's going on? And then they finally put it out. It's just like I don't want to say it's a new brand, but it's a new brand to our store. And one of the flavors was blackberry ginger. You guys, I really think it might be my favorite flavor of soju. My favorite used to be, I would say plum, then strawberry. But now I think it's like the blackberry ginger, then plum, then strawberry. I also have apple in there, and the apple in this brand is really strong. Like soju's usually like 14, 15%. This one I think is like 16%, 17, 18% or something like that. I'm like, why is this apple flavor so strong? Oh my gosh. So okay, tonight I have a Bellini, a peach Bellini, and then in my other glass, my cocktail glass, I have a strawberry lemonade, but it's alcoholic. So that's what I have. Pink, I don't know why your daddy left you out here, Mom. That was not nice, huh? That was not nice. And now he's pretending like, now I'm going to have to FaceTime him. Guys, let's FaceTime Boss Man. Because he knows he should have Pikachu in case she needs to go to the bathroom or she wants to go to sleep. Yeah, girl, Total Wine has soju. Well, at least my location does. We also do have like a new little I'll just say Asian Mart broadly. I haven't been there to know specifically if it's like Korean, Japanese or whatever. But yeah, we have a new, what you call it, one that just opened near us as well. But we go to the Total Wine for our soju, and it works good. Thank you. Okay, so Pink Cheetah Princess, he's about to make me so mad. I'm about to have to scream for his name all up in you guys' ear. The pink glasses are from what is it called? Dragon House, Dragon Glass. Maybe it's Dragon House glassware, Dragon glassware. I should know. I feel so bad because they've sent me stuff before. Hey, Olympia. But yeah, I they had like a Barbie set, and this is so funny because these were released long before the Barbie movie ever came out. I think we knew that Barbie was coming out, but this was released like 2021, 2022. So it was long before this summer. And I had gotten the first set, and I had posted a picture of my bar cart on Instagram, and they were like, "Can we repost this and send you a gift?" So they sent me some stuff. And then they released like a second collection, which was the Barbie Dream House collection. I personally didn't like that collection. It was like the gold set, which I guess, given my decor and stuff, the gold would have gone, but I just didn't quite like it. And then they released the next collection, which added more items. So they released like cocktail glasses, they released champagne flutes. So I showed you guys this cocktail glass, but they also released like shorter cocktail glasses, the champagne flutes. And then they released like some tumblers. I didn't get the tumblers. I do not need any more tumblers. But I made sure to complete the rest of my collection. Yes, I saw that the Barbie movie. So on Max, did you see when you didn't know I was having this tonight? I promoted like a month or two ago, maybe a month ago when I set the date. And then I really didn't talk about it much. I did post a video on TikTok today. I posted a Princess Diary vlog, and I was like, I'm doing this tonight. But otherwise, I really didn't promote it. But yeah, did you see when they first added the Barbie movie to Max? How they, I'm gonna refresh this. If I get disconnected, I'm coming right back. It's driving me nuts. That's just buffering on my screen. Okay, I can see myself now, so hopefully you guys can still see me and hear me. But yeah, when they added the Barbie movie to HBO Max, like they had everything in the new Barbie font. It was like all pink. It was so cute. I was like, this is how you do marketing. I do hate that when they rebranded from HBO Max to just Max, they changed from that pretty purple to blue, because I feel like almost every streaming app is like blue. Like my Paramount Plus is blue, Prime Video is blue. I just felt like that purple was really setting them apart. Disney, I just canceled my Disney. Let me tell you guys about Disney. Pikachu, she's like fiending for attention right now in my lap, and he is not picking up his phone. But I had to cancel Disney because when I first got Disney Plus, it was bundled with like my Hulu and I think ESPN or something like that. I don't know, some type of sportsman stuff. And randomly, it separated. And when it separated, they were then charging me for a Hulu and ESPN bundle, even though I already had Hulu. And I thought my Disney Plus was through Hulu. I was like, I don't know what they got going on, but I was spending like $30 HBO Max, $30 Disney. I'm like, what's happening? Mind you, I do a lot of streaming services. I have Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Crunchyroll. I still have Funimation. I feel like that comes out, and they're supposed to be stopping that. I pay for like all of the things. The only thing I don't pay for is Peacock. And my sister came on Thanksgiving, and now I have a profile on her Peacock account. But yeah, I don't know why they did that. Don't do that, Pikachu. Okay. You just finished watching my recent one. Thank you. So today, obviously, when I was shopping, I was prepping for tonight. I came home, got showered and ready or whatever. Then I had to do some work for DreamCon. So I had to do that. But I was like, I want to edit this Princess Diary and get it out tonight. And I say edit like loosely. It's a TikTok video. Though I will say the Princess Diaries takes me a bit longer to edit than like me just recording, talking, and posting. But yeah, I was like, let me get this out today. And then I can, I'd be good to go. But I'm happy that you're enjoying them. I feel like I make the Princess Diaries like specifically for Pretty Committee. Like I don't expect them to go like viral on TikTok or anyone to be interested in my life, but I want to share specifically with you guys. So it means a lot when you guys tell me that you're enjoying them. And they're about to pick up as the semester begins. Like this semester is about to be insane, you guys. This semester I'm taking classes at a different university. Two of my classes at a different university and then one at my home university. Obviously, I still have my research assistantship and my full-time job. And I have to commute to the other university. Not looking forward to it, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. This is a school. Some of you may know this, like if you've seen the videos about it, but one of the reasons I enrolled in the doctoral program I'm in at the institution that I attend is because they had a really good department for women's and genders and sexuality studies. Each department is different, but essentially your women's studies department, and they had a graduate certificate. So I could essentially like get the certificate or like a concentration or like a minor added on to my PhD. And at my school, they have not offered a single class in that department since I've been there. Mind you, I'm in year 3. So they've not had a single class. And so I was really stressed, but I ended up becoming applying for another institution, and I got accepted into their program. And so I'll be taking 2 classes with them. My 3rd class for the certificate is going to come from my home university. I just wrapped up that class this past semester, and that's a whole nother like long rant. Like I had to like beg that professor to let me into his classes. I'm not even part of that department. It's like the media studies department. No, it's the English department, but the class was media studies and theory or whatever. Then I had to connect him with the graduate chair at the visiting institution I'll be going to for him to send her the syllabus to basically have her review it and see if there were enough like basically like feminist readings and studies in the course. And then any work I did in the course had to be from like a feminist lens. So any media I reviewed, media objects, whatever, was from a feminist lens so that the other institution would count that credit towards their certificate. It's just been a whole mess, like a whole mess. But yeah, I'm not even gonna. Uh-oh. What is going on? Babe! Get Pikachu. I've been calling you and FaceTiming you. Come on, mama. Go to dad. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me now. Let me know if you can't. I do not want to have to reconnect this sound every single time I launch this thing. I don't know what's going on. Mind you, Streamlabs just updated today. You guys can hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
That's so annoying. I was saying I didn't know that Disney Plus and Hulu were merging. I hadn't heard that. That is, for what reason? You just got off of TikTok Live. Were you streaming Sims? Nikki, you have that minor? Okay, so let me tell you. This upcoming semester, I'm taking, there's like a required feminism theory course I have to take in order to get this certificate. And then the other two classes were for my choice. And if you don't know, like I initially started this program heavily interested in media representation of women in STEM and how that influences girls to enter, STEM careers. It's shifted like a bit because of the study I'm going to do for my dissertation. So my dissertation studies focus specifically on the technology umbrella of STEM, specifically gaming, and then like sense of belonging, self-efficacy, that sort of thing. But the other class I'm taking is going to be Black feminism theory, and I'm so excited. I'm really excited for that class. There's like a lot of readings for that class though. Luckily, a couple of the books like I already owned, and then I got the rest using a stipend for my job. But I'm excited for that course. I'm a little worried about this semester. This is my last semester of coursework, and I'm worried just about like the grading and what the professors are going to be like at the school I'll be a visiting student at. I just don't want my GPA to fall. Like, because like one semester I had like an A minus had messed up my GPA. I say messed up really loosely, but like that A minus like wrecked me. And I only have A's. Like I have A pluses, A's, and then I have a couple of A minuses. But that semester, that A minus like ruined my life. I was like, oh my gosh. I can't afford any more A minuses. And definitely nothing beneath that. Oh my gosh. Definitely nothing beneath that. I was thinking about going live on TikTok while I was here as well, but I don't know that I can handle both. Actually, I'm fairly certain I know that I can't handle both. I like to be active with the chat, and I feel like if I'm live on TikTok, I'm going to ignore the chat because I'm paying attention here. I have gone live on TikTok while live on YouTube, like when I'm gaming, but I tell people, like, oh, I'm active over on YouTube, like, come over on YouTube. But yeah. For those who joined, are you drinking anything tonight? This is my pink lemonade. It's really my princess lemonade. It's spiked, but it's a strawberry lemonade. Oh my god, that's so good. That's so good. I was supposed to be posting. Let me share this on Twitter. I'm not big on sharing like when I'm live and stuff on Twitter because Twitter I use really for like my friends and like my peers and stuff. It's not quite related to my content. And so I'm like, no one cares that I'm live like from Twitter. But I had a couple people tell me like, oh, um, I found you, like they came to my YouTube and was like, oh, I found you from Twitter. So I'm like, okay, I'll just share. But like I don't expect like when I'm streaming like my gaming and stuff, I don't yes, these are the Barbie glasses. And this one in particular is from like the newer drop, like which I think is like drop 3 or 4. This is one of the cocktail glasses. I was saying earlier, I got this set of cocktail glasses, the short set of cocktail glasses, and I got the champagne flutes. Those are all newer. My wine glass is from the first drop, which I was saying earlier came out 2021, 2022, like long before the Barbie movie dropped this summer. Did I press? I hope I didn't press send on a tweet. But yeah, for Twitter, I just feel like when I'm live with my gaming and stuff, I don't expect my other like content creator, gamer, streamer friends to join. Like to me personally, that's not my intended audience. It's not my target audience. It's nice if my friends show up and support me, but that's not really my audience, and that's primarily like who I interact with and stuff on Twitter. So I don't always post when I'm live and stuff on Twitter, but I think I will tonight. I'm obsessed with these. The martini ones also came out in that first set, but the wine glasses. It was the martini glasses, the wine glasses, and something else that came out. Oh, I think it was both. There were two separate sets of martini glasses. It was like a stemless and then ones with the stem. But I obviously got all of them. Um, virtual a slumber party happening now. And let's post my link. Okay, guys. So let's chat 2023. I have some questions in the description box that I'm going to go through. If you would like to grab your journal and you want to journal, feel free to do that. Additionally, or you can type in your responses in the chat. But I'm going to look at these questions and I'm going to answer like, my responses. Let's see. I need to see. I don't know if YouTube is going to let me. Oh, they are. Okay. There we go. Let me know if anything messes up. I've never been on my live while on live, so I don't want to mess up. Hi to everyone who just joined. We're about to dive into our reflections of 2023 as we prep for 2024 later on in the stream. And so I have prepped some reflection questions. I have some like deep ones, some introspective ones, but I also have like just some fun girly ones I'm curious about. So I'll probably like ping pong between the two lists. But for those who are like visual, you need to like see what it is I'm saying. The questions are in the description box, and I'm gonna dive in with one of the deep ones. So, life lessons. What was the most important lesson you learned in 2023? So, like I said, you can journal if you would like, but you can also type your responses in the chat. But what was your most important lesson that you learned in 2023? Ooh, I know exactly what my lesson is. So what's a good way to put this? Okay, you guys, some of you may know I'm really big on manifestation, and before it became buzzy, like I had a YouTube video on this like years and years and years ago, and people always tell me like, oh my gosh, like this is so real, it speaks to me, like you make me want to journal and do all that. So I've always been like this, and I say that to say on Twitter, a lot of times I love just tweeting things because I can go back to the tweet and like reflect on where I was like during that time of my life. And a couple years ago on Twitter, I had tweeted like, okay, I'm ready for a couple of new friends. I'll be accepting like, 2 to 3 ladies in my life or whatever. Like I said it, like in a joking type of way, but I was really put out into the universe like, okay, I'm ready for more friendships. And I say that because I'm really intentional about who I call friends. And I can track in my life every single time I've made a new friend. Like there was something like pivotal happening in my life, like a transition occurring, and that's when I made new friends. So like obviously I made one of my best friends in elementary school. I made one in high school, and we went off to college together. When I finished college and I started my first job as an educator, there was like a group of people I met during that time. So yeah, anyways, I can track every single year. And when I had tweeted that a couple years ago, it had been, I might have tweeted that in 2020, maybe 2021. It had been since like 2018, maybe even 2016 since I had made a new friend. And so I was like, okay, like I feel like I have the capacity to make new friends. And I say capacity because again, I'm really intentional with my friendships, and I really try to make sure I prioritize the women in my life. They're not all women. My elementary school best friend Anthony is a male, but everyone else are they're females. And so I was ready for new friendships, and literally I tweeted that, and I kid you guys not, I met like some of my best friends. So one is my friend Eden, who's like active in like the anime community. She does a really big annual cosplay only party in Vegas. And Eden and I met at a party one year in New York. I did not know her on Twitter. We didn't follow each other. I had never seen her in that way. And we met at a party and instantly clicked. Like when I say like instantly, like we were like this on site. So she became one of my best friends a couple years ago. And then Two other people I consider like my best friends are Lisa and Eri, who I know like through Twitter and like the anime community. And obviously at this point we've met each other and go to each other's houses and travel and all of that. But in the midst, I can call those three my best friends now. But in the midst of all that, like I also met two of my close friends, Simone and Phi. But there was like a whole host of women who kind of entered my life all at once. And I will say, even though I have a really strong spirit of discernment, I feel like specifically in the Black nerd community, I hold a position with the popular convention, and because of that, it puts me like in it puts me in a weird space with people where it's like I do have to maintain a certain level of like professionalism and just like public facing in general. Um, and it's really hard to decipher like who really wants to be my friend versus who's just who just wants clout. And I don't personally feel like I have clout, but it could be perceived that way for some people. They might think I have some type of something that would make their lives better. I don't know. But yeah, there were just some people who I feel like I thought we would be closer, but I'm happy that we are not closer. It's for the best. But going into 2024, like I already know in my head, like I'm shutting things down. I don't want to say completely shutting down. Like I'm not fully a no new friends type of person, right? I'm not fully that way, but I feel like I do have to move like a little smoother going into 2024 because you just don't know people's motives or just what they have going on. So it's like you associate with someone, you in pictures with someone, and the next thing you know, like they getting canceled for something. It's just too much. And they can be like, Key, you was at that party with them. Key, you was, it's just too much. So I think that was my biggest lesson in 2023. Um, I love what you guys are sharing. Barry Lalila says that she needs to put her needs first. I don't even know if those are your pronouns. I'm sorry. Stop allowing people to step over your boundaries. Yes, that is a good one. I know that's right. Learning to speak and advocate. Yes, speaking up and advocating for yourself is so important. It is so important. I've always had like a really dominant, strong, some would even say bossy personality. And it's so funny. I find that now at my big grown age, I think it's because of all the pink. People think they could play with me. And so I've been really having to like check people. Like I'm not the one, the two, the three, the four, okay? So yeah, advocating for yourself is so important. Um, Not being afraid to show excitement towards something. Yes, it is so important to like fully vest yourself in your interests and know that there are others out there who are also interested. I feel like when you have to hide certain aspects of yourself, you're never going to fully invite the people who are supposed to be in your life and who are going to support you and really move you forward. So that's a good one. Hi. Okay, those are your pronouns. Okay. That everybody is so I mean, I've always been taught that growing up. And then I was raised like, in a Christian household, so like practicing your spirit of discernment and all of that. I just think it's so difficult now. Hi Lisa, I was just talking about you. Lisa, right now we're doing our 2023 reflections. And so we were just discussing our biggest lesson of 2023. And my long story short was that back in like 2021 or 2020, I had tweeted, I could probably find the tweet now and read it to you guys. I had tweeted, okay, I'm ready for new friends. Like I'm ready. I'm opening up applications for women friendships. I'm allowing like 2 to 3 people. And a lot of women, and Lisa, you know this because we're best friends, but a lot of women enter my life all at the same time. And I was basically saying how like you, Ari, Eden are now like three of my best friends, and I'm very close with Simone and Phi. And it's like you guys beat everyone else out, but there were some people who I expected to be closer to, and it just didn't pan out that way. But that was like for the better. And so like my lesson of 2023 was like moving to 2024. I gotta lock this down just a little bit more. Don't always know people's motives. You don't even know like sometimes what they have going on and if they're getting canceled and you wrapped up because you're in a picture with them. So yeah, I'm catching that was it, Lisa. I just caught you up. So that was one of our, introspective reflections. Now we're gonna move to one of our girly fun questions. And this one is, what was your favorite fashion trend of 2023? And again, if you have your journal, feel free to journal it. But I welcome you all to type it in the chat. What was your favorite fashion trend of 2023? You've learned to enjoy yourself and step out of your comfort zone. Yes, it is so okay to have fun and be yourself. Life is better that way. Like, you have to have fun in life. I'm a big advocate for fun. That's a good one, Maya. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so my favorite fashion trend of 2023. I'm not really, I shared this before on one of my streams. I'm not really what I would consider a trendy person. Like, I like what I like. And even if it like goes out of style, I don't care because I like it. So like I was that way with Uggs. I don't care. Like I've always loved Uggs. So before they came back like in style, I love them. In terms of trend, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh yeah, mom jeans. I quite like mom jeans as well. A fashion trend. I feel like as someone who's been collecting Crocs for some years now, I feel like Crocs did become more trendy this year, and they came out like with really cute girly styles, like the platforms and like the fur and stuff like that. And I feel like more people hopped on. Like there are even people who are like they used to like hate Crocs real bad, and they would be like, I would never wear Crocs, and then they would mention me on Twitter like, okay, the way you saw these are cute. Like I see the vision. I see the picture. So I guess I would say like Crocs for me. Oh yeah, ribbon. It's so funny. Like I feel like ribbons never went out of style, but there definitely is like a trend of it now. Same with Barbie core. Same with Barbie core. A Barbie core was like definitely like yes. But see, for me, Barbie core, you guys know that's my lifestyle. That's not a trend for me. But it was such like heaven on earth during the summer when everyone was in pink. Like, oh my gosh. I was like, yes, welcome to Key's world. Oh yes, the wide legs and platform shoes. And you know what? Wide legs are coming back because I was just saying in my Princess Diaries that I put it on TikTok earlier that I was wearing my Victoria's Secret pink like wide leg flare leggings or whatever, and those were going for years, and they finally brought them joints back. Like those are definitely back. Oh yay! I love my Crocs. I love my Crocs so much. No one could ever make me hate them. It's hard. It was really overwhelming, all of the Barbie stuff. Like you really had to decide like, okay, what is I'm gonna get? What am I not gonna get? What am I gonna get? What am I not gonna get? There was some stuff that I would just was not interested in getting at all, but there was some stuff I wanted bad. I got most of the stuff I wanted though. And then some stuff I just had to kind of make a decision. Like when Oldo released their collection, the shoes were so cute. But there were a couple of shoes like I just did not need. So I was like, I'm gonna settle for one pair of heels and keep it moving. I'm gonna begin eating some of my stuff and snacking, but let me show you guys what I have. I have some mixed grapes here. So it's the green and red grapes. Hopefully they don't start rolling everywhere. And then I'm speaking with my mouth full. That's so rude. I have some cherries. You know what's so funny? I was thinking like, I know I'm in a good place as an adult financially because I can buy 2 pounds of cherries while grocery shopping like it's nothing. Cherries be so expensive sometimes. Hi, welcome. And then I have my little plate. This is going to definitely fall. But this is like some provolone cheese wrapped around salami. And then I have some crackers to go with it. I got these crackers from Trader Joe's. The associate she saw the fruits and stuff in my hand. She's like, oh, do you have crackers for your charcuterie board? I wasn't making a charcuterie board per se, but I did have this stuff. So I was like, no. And she was like, there's these really good ones. I think these are the rosemary raisin. Mind you guys, I hate raisins. But these crackers are so good. And they're really sturdy if you want to use them for dip. I don't know why I just knocked on that cracker like that. And then the other thing I have are some pine berries. Boss Man keeps calling them white strawberries. And they're dipped in some white sugar cookie chocolate. And they have some cute sprinkles and stuff on it. So that's what I'm snacking on. If you have a snack, tell me what you have. Have I? Oh, yes, I've tried the cotton candy grapes, and we always get them whenever they're out. Boss Man loves them in particular. Yes, yes, yes. Those are so good. Okay, we're going back to a little deep question. This is question 2 under the deep and introspective reflections for 2023. And this question is about your challenges. And so, what were the biggest challenges you faced and how did you overcome them for 2023? Yes, I love pink. What's your favorite color? What was your biggest challenges you faced and how did you overcome them? Hmm. Okay, so March this year made it a year since I lost my mother. Well, she was my stepmother, but her and my father had been together since I was 3 years old. So, my mother, and I'm the oldest sister, and the way that like my younger brother, my younger sister are all handling grief is very different. And um, so yeah, I think that 1 year like mark of her passing was difficult. And then like another difficult time was figuring out school. My research assistantship I had been in for the past 2 years. Technically, the funding ended, and we had applied for a supplemental grant through NSF, the National Science Foundation, and like the paperwork just wasn't moving. It's so funny because the paperwork has been approved now, but I needed that back in August. So like my classes had dropped and everything. My friend Lisa knows like the whole thing. Like I was stressed during this time because in a PhD program, it's not like when you're in undergrad where like if you miss a class or something, you can just like enroll the next semester and take it. Like these classes are so hard to get into. They're so spread out. And you really, at least in my program, you can't really take time off. I'm sure they would make exceptions if, there were mitigating circumstances, but you can't really take time off. Like you have to reapply and everything. And so, yeah, my classes were dropped and it was just this whole big thing. But I obviously navigated through it. I'm still in school and I found a new research assistantship. But like the details behind it are insane. Like the way that turned around was crazy, okay? Crazy. So I think those were like my biggest challenges for 2023 for sure. I'm going to go through you guys is Lisa says setting realistic expectations for herself and understand that it's okay if you don't get it all done. Yeah, and Lisa, you are a very busy person. Like between your job and just like how amazing you are with your content creation and then obviously like your role as, in your family. Whew. First of all, like you're superwoman as is, so you should never be hard on yourself. But I know that's easier said than done. Okay, my Rosie. You're creating and turn out the way you pictured it and learning how to adjust that change. Oh, Rosie, I was just watching a YouTube video about this last night, and there's a question about that later. So I'm gonna remind me to like go back to this later and my thoughts on that. But that is a really big challenge, and it's really difficult to like navigate through, especially if you're like a planner. Welcome to those who just joined. We are reflecting on our 2023 and we're discussing our biggest challenges of the year. Okay, Shelby. Hi, Shelby. Welcome. Shelby moved out by themselves. Wow, really? Congratulations. I love it. Moving out is really hard, especially if it's the first time you've done it. It's not easy. It's really expensive. And it's just an adjustment overall. So that's a really big deal. I'm glad you were able to do that. I'm proud of you as well. Okay, and then my very Lolita, taking time to reevaluate your friendships and people you surround yourself with. Ooh. Yeah, that goes back to what I was saying earlier. It is really difficult. And I feel like, and I've been reflecting on this a lot recently, in terms of friendships. I made some, hi, welcome to those who just joined. I feel like I made like really solid friends this year, but it's insane because like 3 years ago, the people who were in my life, I expected to be there like forever. And it just didn't pan out that way. Like, And it wasn't even like, you know, like a big deals or big falling. There was one situation, I wouldn't even call it a falling out, but there was one friendship where I would say it didn't end on good terms. And I don't know if you guys saw the video with the like the bridesmaid or something in the dress and whatever. Anyways, it sparked like a lot of debate on Twitter where people, you know, were discussing if the bride was in the wrong or the bridesmaid. People were like, well, just bow out of like the bridesmaid party if you don't want to do it or you can't do it, whatever the case may be. And that's easier said than done because in this friendship in particular, like I backed out of the bridal party for a number of reasons. One, this is when my mother was sick in a hospital and obviously she died. So would I go back and change this? No. But I wanted to prioritize that, and she wanted to do like a lot of dress fittings in person and stuff like that. And I'm like, we're literally, this is when we were still like on quarantine. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, especially for a wedding that's like 10 to 12 months out. I don't need to be doing dress fittings in person right now. It was just like stuff like that. And I was just like, you know, ultimately I decided to prioritize like spending time with my mother, being in the hospital, that sort of thing. The bride did not take that well. And so we are no longer friends. I'm like, it's not funny, but it, again, I wouldn't redo it. And they are divorced now. We're about to get divorced. So I feel like I made the right decision. Pat on the back. But I never would have imagined, like, if you would have asked me this a couple years ago, like, if this would have been, like, how the friendship turned out, I would have never guessed that. So, yeah, it's really interesting to see how friendships change. I think once you reach a certain age, you just feel like the people who are in your life are going to be there forever. And you might add some people on, but you don't think that people are going to be taken away. I don't mean taken away in that place, in that way, but you guys know what I mean. So, yeah, that's the real one, Barry Lolita. Okay, so like Lisa, knowing when you need to put some stuff down, and ooh, yeah, you had a lot on your plate. I'm glad you learned how to take a break. That's good. That's good. I'm so happy that you're here doing your vision board. I love that. I have all my stuff for my vision board and stuff as well over here. And I have my 2024. Where are these stickers coming? Where did I get these stickers from? What is this? Anyways, I have my 2024 planner. There's like a lot of Kuromi stickers. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where these random Kuromis. I think. Okay, this is why I don't know, right? I go to cons, and when I was at a convention last month, people were coming up to me like, "Oh my God, you're so pretty. Here's some stickers." So I think some of these stickers came from that. Yeah, like the wedding is insane. But Lisa, you know I want to elope, and I know you said you would want to be there for that. But like literally, I want to elope. I don't even want to like go through the mess of weddings and people feeling offended. Because first of all, even if I wasn't eloping, it would be a very microscopically tiny wedding. And I already know people will feel offended by not being invited. Like, I already know. But, okay, that was that question. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Oh, I love this one. Okay, this question. What was your go-to beauty product of this year? I really don't need to be asking this question because you guys are about to put stuff in the chat and I'm about to be at the store. What was your go-to beauty product of this year? Huh. I feel like, let me think. For me. I don't know what I want to say for beauty because you guys know I do it all. From makeup to skincare. What am I considering beauty? Your perfumes? What is your signature scent? Perfume for you too? Okay, listen, you guys need to tell me your signature scents. Let me find out. Okay, I got the scent girlies here. You don't have one? What type of scents do you like? Do you like florals or like fruity? This cheese is so strong. Oh my God. Oh, the fancy. Mmm. Mmm. You're speaking my language. I am a gourmand girl. all day long. Um, this is a really difficult question because you guys know I'm a product girly. Valentino was a really big one this year. Mm. All of you guys are saying perfume. I should just ask what was your favorite set in 2023? I feel like for like me, I repurchase the same perfumes. Like my signature is Killian Love Don't Be Shy. I just repurchase that every year. I love Truly Beauty's Unicorn Fruit. Repurchase that. I'm trying to think if I added anything new to the lineup this year specifically. You know what smelled really good? And I was so mad we didn't get the perfume here in the US. Um, um, Lush released the Barbie collection. And that Barbie body spray it was like a cherry almond. It was so good. I was pressed for the perfume. And we never got it. You want makeup recommendations? Um, what kind of makeup? Oh, new setting. Oh, setting powder. You know what's in my cart that I just haven't pulled the plug on yet because I haven't finished my current one? Is the Patrick Star. What is it? One size. Is that the name of his brand? The one size like pink powder. I really want to try that. But I've just been using like my standard Laura Mercier that like I buy been buying for years. Not big on powders. Like I have powder products in my routine, but I try to use as much liquid as possible. I try to keep my powders to a minimum, like really blush. Honestly, this year is like the first year in many that I went back to setting powder and just under my eye for concealer because I'm an old lady now, so I want to prevent creasing. The Too Faced skins. I haven't tried the Too because you know what I use a Laura Mercier skin tint, but I might try. I love Too Faced. Too Faced packaging is just so pretty. Like, how could I not love Too Faced? You know. Keep those recommendations coming in the chat. These crackers are really good, you guys. Oh, this is a good question too. Okay, we're gonna go back on the eye. We talked about our challenges. Now I want to know, what are you most proud of achieving this year? That makes sense. That you would need powder like in hot climates. I'm in the South too, but I don't mind a little dew. Like I prefer very dewy, glowy makeup, but I also don't necessarily have like oily skin or anything. So I don't mind it. But yeah, what are you most proud of achieving this year? This is easy for me. I know exactly what it is. This year, um, for the first time on my own, I submitted research to present at conferences, and I was accepted to present at two different conferences, one in February, one in March, and that's like a really big deal. And it's research that I'm passionate about. So, like, to pause and rewind a little bit, you guys know I have a research assistantship and I've been on a research assistantship. And so we've done papers and studies and stuff and submitted and been accepted to present at conferences. But this is like my research, like my baby. So one is my gaming while glam study, which basically examines how hyper feminine or like pink gamer girls, aesthetic gamers are perceived and therefore treated in online communities, literally just based on the strength of their appearance and the aesthetic of their gaming. And then my other study is essentially like an analysis of the representation of Black women in video games, and kind of like going through archives and like it's really coming from like a historical lens, like a historical analysis. Um, so this is the first time where I'm doing like research, like literally just my research on my own, ideas I came up with, things I'm passionate about, and specifically in gaming, which is where I want to have like a career in the field of. And it just means a lot that like my ideas were accepted. I don't know, like it's just mind blowing to me. It's really like Baby Key would have never guessed she could get paid to get a PhD to talk about women in gaming. Like that is still mind boggling to me. So I think that's my proudest achievement of 2023. And I love to see what you guys say. Bought a new car. Oh, I know that's right. That is a huge, huge, huge achievement. Congratulations. I didn't know that. Rosie said that you're employed. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You made Twitch affiliate and you became an EA partner? I didn't know that. I know that's right. Lisa, your YouTube channel grew like it's just insane this year. And your blog too. Like you're just really that girl. You are my role model. And yes, your promotion, like your role change at work, Lisa, you achieved a lot this year. Oh my gosh. Shelby, you went back to school and you changed your major. You changed your major to graphic design? Ah! Shelby, let me know if you ever want to do any projects or something. Like I pay people, by the way. Like I don't, I'll be doing freebies. Wow. Hi, Maya. Okay, your proud moment. Oh, was potty training I shout? Yes. Oh, they're like close in age, so you were like back to back to back potty training. That is good. That is quite the achievement. Anyone else want to share their achievements? No rush and no worries. Remember, you can journal it instead if you want to. Um. Okay, so the next question. We're back to our girly fun question. What was your favorite hairstyle or color that you tried this year? And I feel like I tried so many. Um, I was really loving the platinum blonde. I did platinum blonde like white for a cosplay for Emma Frost. And so that was the initial reason why I went like that bright. But I was kind of loving it. Obviously, I was like pink a few times this year. Pink is like always. Pink has been a go-to color for me for years and years. I feel like I recently shared maybe on TikTok or Twitter. It was Twitter. When Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 album dropped. And I had shared like when Pink Friday, the first one dropped, back when I was a freshman in college. I used to have pink hair. And so now for it to be 13 years later, going on 14 years later, and to like still be like a pink hair girly, I love that for me. Honestly, I love the layers in my hair right now. I feel like they're giving like a little grown woman. I didn't like it at first when I left the salon. But then, like today, when I was playing around with it and styling, and I had like my little clip in and stuff, I was like, "This is very grown woman of me." Okay, I look like an adult. I look very serious. But I feel like the layers and stuff do frame my face well. I had a couple of different ones. What about you guys? What was your favorite hairstyle? I love Lisa. Shut up. Bob, so they call me Bob. I love when the little kids are doing the bob. You just dyed your hair a copper color. I know that's right. Oh, you did the French braid curls. And you did pink ombre hair? Okay, you guys are fun. You saw my post on Twitter when Pink Friday came out? Yeah. I was like, I've really always been the way that I am now. And I think it's I don't know, it's just affirming for me as like a very grown adult at this point to like still be me at my core. And it's nice to be in a space because I will admit, like earlier on in my career building, I felt like I did have to, be a bit more reserved to like get my foot into the door and stuff. So it's nice to be able to step back into the space where it's like I feel like I'm able to authentically be myself to an extent. My position with the anime and gaming convention, I feel like I can fully be myself, and I would love for that to be my full-time job one day. Oh, the blonde faux locks look so good on you. Mm-hmm. You said the way to grab it. We were talking about our favorite hairstyles of the year. Favorite hairstyles of the year. Did you have one? While you guys are continuing to tell me about your hair, let's talk about some self discovery. And I would love to know in what ways you grew personally in 2023. How did you grow personally in 2023? You like your short, what short hairstyle do you have? Is it really easy to manage? Do you have like a shortcut or just like short like this? I feel like when you have like a short, like finger curls, type of situation, I feel like it's a hard to manage. Especially once it gets to that grow out period where it's like awkward. But okay. Um, how did I grow personally in 2023? Mm, I know how. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to talk though. This peach bellini is so good. I was talking about this in the group chat with two of my best friends, Lisa, who's here, and Ari. But through our friendship between the three of us, I have learned to be more vulnerable in my friendships in ways that I've never been before. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, and I didn't realize this until my therapist told me. I went to therapists for grief because I was not grieving properly after loss. And then, of course, it turned into something else. But what I learned is that apparently I'm not a very vulnerable person. And it's interesting, I guess, because I'm really good at sharing and I'm a really direct person. And I think I'm pretty like charismatic and I've been described as like bubbly since I was younger. And so I feel like people feel like they know me and they kind of think they know what's happening in my head, but they really have no idea whatsoever. And it's like I share just enough where people don't feel like I'm off putting or closed off. So in my friendships, it's never reached like beyond surface level in a lot of instances from my end. Like on the receiving end for my friends, they're very vulnerable with me. I'm like, I know everything. But flip flop, no, not happening. And it wasn't until like, with Lisa and Ari and the friendship that we have and the way that we've like really strengthened it this past year where I've learned to be like more vulnerable in friendships. And Lisa and Ari are like the people I talk to just about every single day. Like today we weren't active in the group chat, but like Lisa's here now and we're chatting. Like I think I talk to them like just about every single day in some type of shape, form, or fashion. And we're really big on voice messages as well, which is super helpful. But yeah, I definitely learned to be vulnerable in my friendships. You learn that you love writing. Oh, you started writing articles? Get out of here. What do you write about? That's amazing. I'm proud of you. You're starting to romanticize the small things in life. Yes, that is such a big deal. I tell people all the time I'm such like a pretty happy-go-lucky, easygoing person because every day is a freaking romance rom-com for me. Like romance novel, rom-com movie. I just be living life. And I'll make anything into a big deal. Anything and everything into a big deal. That's why it's like stuff like this. Like when I'm drinking, yes, I need like a cute glass. When I have water, it needs to be in a cute little pink bottle with a straw topper. Like everything has to be a thing. Like that's the best way to live life. Writing down your emotions instead of bottling. Yes. Journaling. Journaling is the key to life. And you know what else? It is so insane reading your journal from like years ago to see where you were compared to where you are and like the way that you're like just like your mindset as an individual like has grown. It's amazing. It is amazing. Oh, Shelby, I love this comment so much. Do you guys see that Yes, that's literally the purpose of this. It's literally the purpose. Oh, that makes me so happy. You got me cheesing. um. Oh. Okay. I literally need to see you guys' answers to this. Our next question is: what TV show or series were you absolutely hooked on this year? Ooh, and I put this question in here just so I can talk about a show I'm watching with Bossman right now that I love. But like I said, I'm gonna give you guys a moment to think of your answer. What show did you binge watch like you were hooked on this year? And it doesn't have to be a new show, it could be an old one. Welcome to those who just joined. It's okay if you lurk, but I would love for you to participate in the chat. Right now, we're discussing what TV show were you hooked on this year? You love me. I love you. Hi. And I love your little Barbie profile pic. You were hooked on Bleach? Okay. Okay, you watch anime. I know that's right. What show were you hooked on this year? It's like you really have to think back to like earlier in the year. I don't have to think though, because I already know what I'm about to tell you guys. Okay. More anime? Yeah. Okay. Um wow, that's a deep article. Ah, not Fire Force. Oh, okay. So if you are new here, Fire Force is my favorite anime. And every time I tell people that, they're like, "What?" It's my favorite anime. I will not be discussing this further. I'll be taking no criticism on my favorite anime. Thank you. You guys were watching such a wide variety of things. And yes, I'm judging all of you, but like in a good way. Like I'm making note of what each of you were into. It's telling me so much about you. Singles Inferno, yes. Oh, I first of all, I'm really not big on like the dating series and stuff like that. Like what's the one that everyone loves? Is it Love Island? Like I've never watched. I don't watch that. But Singles Inferno, mm, 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 mm. I did watch Love Is Blind. Is that the one? Is that the one where they didn't see each other? They're like in confessionals, and there's like the black woman and the redhead from season one. I watched that during the pandemic. I didn't watch a single season of that afterwards. I watched what's the other one? The Ultimatum. I watched that first season. I started the second season and couldn't even finish it. Anyways, I don't really watch shows like that, but Singles Inferno is the one, not the two, okay? There's just like a way that they treat each other that I feel like Americans don't. I don't know. It's just like a different dynamic. It's really enjoyable. You guys are giving some K dramas in here. I love that. My Happy Marriage was the bomb. I love K dramas, by the way. Absolutely love them. Not Peach Girl. What you guys trying to get started in here? I didn't watch. Okay, so the queer love one was messy. You loved it. I think that messy reality TV is fun. There's some stuff I watch, but like on TikTok, you know how them TikTok pages be having like full movies and stuff in different parts? I love those. I love those. You watch the Squid Games game show. That just ended, right? Did you like it? I saw a lot of people on my timeline tweeting about it. Oh, I saw the dating after divorce in my Netflix Rex, I think. Okay, so my show, and I was just tweeting about this last night. You guys don't judge me, okay? On my Amazon Prime, I have a subscription. It's called All Black. Black is BLK, right? And it's like, I don't want to say it's like Tubi because I feel like I feel like the stories are really good, but it's like It's kind of like Tubi, just like it's like an elevated Tubi, but still like a step down from BET. But there's this show that Bossman and I are binging right now called Wicked City, and it's about these black witches in Atlanta. So I don't want to say like the main character. It's hard to tell like who's the main character, but like okay, for the purpose of like explanation, the main character, in the first episode, she loses her mother, and the mother's last words were like, you know, go find these people in Atlanta. So she travels from Los Angeles to whatever to Atlanta to try to find these people because her mother was like, you're in danger. You need to find these people. So she travels there and she ends up at like an occult shop, you know, like a little crystal type of shop or whatever, magic shop. And she meets a girl there. That girl's name is Jordan. And Jordan has a friend group with three other women. Two of them are not quite a couple, but they have like a situationship going on. And then there's one named Charisse, who's like a stripper or whatever. Anyway, so there's the four of them, and then like the main character who moves to Atlanta. When I say it is a mess, it's like plot twist central. It's just so good, but like obviously like the production budget is like a little low. It's way better in the second season though. I was literally telling boys when I was like, I really wish like someone gave this story a chance beyond All Black because more people need to see this show. Like it's really a good story with really strong, compelling characters. I just love it. But yeah, it's called Wicked City on All Black. I have this subscription through my Amazon Prime. It's coming to me. It is so good. Okay. You have the subscriptions all Black too. But I feel like it really is like an elevated Tubi, you know? All right, let's see our next question. I got excited and closed out of the box. I'm bugging. Okay, we're back to our introspective question. I want to know, how have you become more aware or mindful this year? I feel like some of you started to touch on this already. The name of the show, Cami, is Wicked City. And welcome to the chat. Thanks for popping in. It's Wicked City. But there's another show or movie or something called Wicked City, so you have to find the right one. It's about 5 black witches in Atlanta. I feel like I already answered this question. I might skip it. How have you become more aware or mindful this year? I already kind of shared that answer earlier. Now I'm talking about using my spirit of discernment and friendships and that sort of thing. So we're going to skip to, I love this one. You guys know I believe in practicing an attitude of gratitude. I have TikTok videos on this. I tweet about it often. But yeah, what are 3 things from 2023 that you are deeply grateful for? What are 3 things from 2023 that you're grateful for? Oh no. Three things from 2023. I have 2 in mind. Nope, I think I have 3. Okay. First thing I'm grateful for are my friendships. I see like a lot of like posts on social media about how difficult it is to make friends as an adult, and that hasn't been my experience personally. And so I'm really grateful for just like, you know, the friendships that I have and the ones in like the recent 1 to 3 years I've been able to like cultivate and deepen. And I feel like this past year was a year of like really deepening those relationships. And one of my 2024 goals is to continue to do so. So that's one thing I'm grateful for. Number 2, this is going to sound like so like, this is going to sound cheesy. But I really am grateful for the journey that I'm having in school. School is really, really difficult, but I consistently feel so blessed to have like gotten accepted into a program, to still be enrolled, to feel like really supported by my advisor, to be able to do the research I want to do. to have maintained all A's and have a 4.0 GPA. Like, I feel an immense amount of gratitude for that because I know that's not everyone's experience. Um, like, I'm not struggling financially because I'm in school. I didn't have to stop working. Like, I'm allowed to work with my manager at work. Like, she's totally fine with me being in school. And then, like, my advisor at school is, like, totally fine with me having a job. Just, I feel like everyone's been, like, really accommodating and understanding and okay with my situation. And it's just made the world of a difference for my personal experience. And so I'm really, really grateful for that. So that's number two. And then number three, and this is not to be cheesy, but I'm really grateful for you all. Um, I I've been on the internet for many years now in like content creation. I used to do like a lot of fashion content and do press and media for fashion shows and such. And I've never ever had a desire to be like a full-time creator or anything like that. So the reason why I create and the reason why I share this aspects of my life and such that I do is because of community. And I feel like community is really like a buzzword, but I really see you guys as my community. And to be able to be around like-minded people who share a lot of the same interests I do, but even if you don't, like just a lot of like our values are aligned, I feel like. And I just like have a lot of fun, like when I do lives and stuff, or even just interacting with some of you on like TikTok and comments and stuff. Um, it just feels really good, you know. And again, this is not like I don't ever want to be a full time content creator or influencer. Like that's not a goal of mine. It's sincerely just to have community with you all. And I mean, there's like little things like I get a lot of messages from different girlies in a pretty committee who tell me like how inspiring they find me or they come to me for advice. Even like when people come to me for advice, like that is just insane to me. Like you trust my opinion that you're coming to me to ask me. That means so much to me, and like I'm just really grateful. I feel like there are a lot of people who have like a 10 times the follower count that I do across platforms or whatever the case may be, and I still feel like they do not have the community that I have. And so, yeah, you guys are my third thing. Pretty committee. I'm seeing some great answers. My friends, my job, my therapist. That is a good one. First of all, it's hard to find. I tell people all the time, finding a therapist is literally like speed dating. Like you literally have to try people on for size. You have a mentor. Yes. Very Lolita, I feel like I did not know that you were a teacher. It's so important. It's so funny. I'm still in touch with who I would consider to be my mentor from when I was a teacher. Like I kid you not, we were just texting yesterday, and I haven't taught in years. But that's like a you definitely need a mentor. Um, you learned how to ride a bike, and you're a therapist. We're getting a lot of therapist love in the chat. Rosie, you got out of your relationship. Wow. I'm smiling because I feel like as an adult, when you're in a relationship, and I don't know how long you were in your relationship, Rosie, but I think the idea of not being with that other person oftentimes like cripples women in a way where they stay out of fear for of the unknown. And I think it just takes a lot of courage and a lot of faith to like move past a situation that is no longer serving you and perhaps no longer serving the other person to move on to better and like invite better in your life. So I'm really proud of you, Rosie. I didn't know that you had gone through a breakup. Though I guess you wouldn't just drop that in the middle of like a Bratz video game chat. Okay, so finding a good therapist, it's a process. The process I went through personally is one, I wanted a therapist who was like who had the option to see them like physically in case I wanted to go in person. So I was looking for location, and I was personally looking for Black women. Yes, I was. And this is gonna sound bad, but I did not want an overtly religious Black woman. Um, and I most of you guys know this. Like I grew up in a very religious household, but I consider myself more so to be spiritual now. Um, And so I didn't want someone who's like overtly religious. Like I don't need someone to tell me to pray the devil away or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You guys pick up what I'm putting down, right? So that was like a qualification for me. And then there were like other little things. Like once, if you go to, I don't know what these websites are called, like Better Help and stuff like that. Basically, you want to go to a website where it just lists a bunch of therapists and you can filter them. From there, you would want to research each individual one who catches your eye. So I would go to like their website or the website of the practice that they are at, and a lot of times they would have bios. This is the same way I found my primary care physician as well. They would have bios, and I would just kind of get a feel for people like through their bios. You can set up some like preliminary like appointments with them. I I encourage this like if you have the insurance and the means to do so, because it can cost some money. But like if you have good insurance, it might just be like $25 per call. So don't do a ton of them. Like narrow down your list to like maybe 3 to 5. But it's like speed dating. Like you'll kind of just know after that first session if this is like the person for you or not. I found someone who was also from New York. That was important. It didn't have to be from New York, but I found it to be helpful because I've been told, again, like I just have like a heavy personality, like a really, just a really big personality. I'm very direct, and I needed someone who could just like understand like my delivery and understand like the intent behind it. So it was helpful that she was also from New York. But yeah, that's kind of like my roundabout way. For those of you who also have therapists, do you mind sharing how you got yours? People are saying their friendships, your grad school program. I love that, Berry Lolita. Fitness journey, yes, yes, yes. And being able to financially, literally every single time I manifest, like at the end of my list, or like when I'm writing letters to heaven, at the end of my list, I'm always like, you know, I'm grateful for the life that I have, the health, the wealth, like being able to maintain all that is important. Like I give gratitude for the ability to maintain before building more. So that's a good way to put that. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Um, the first video I watched was my massage with the color pink. You know, it's really real. It is really, really real. It's really real. Yes, Psychology Today. Yep, just go to a website where it has like a directory. But like I said, from the directory, narrow down your favorites and then like do more research on them. Okay, next question. You guys ready? I'm not even ready. Okay. This one's fun. I want to know what song or album was your anthem for 2023. I have a list. I'm gonna wait for you guys to think about that. What song or album was your anthem for 2023? Okay, I'm finally trying one. Bossman had one earlier. You guys can kind of see what it looks like. Oh yeah, Shelby, that's a good point. If you go, like, if your insurance website, they typically have a way where you can filter, because then you'll know who's what is it called? Who is in, I can't think of the word. Basically, whoever your insurance supports. In network. That's the word, network. In network, and you can like find your therapist and stuff through there. I knew I was gonna see some stuff from the Barbie sound. One of mine is the Barbie soundtracks, from the Barbie soundtrack. Mmm. You guys, these came out so good. Oh my gosh. Yay. Okay, I can tell you guys right now. My favorite projects overall this year. One was Ice Spice, like the deluxe version. I could play that entire EP straight through. I purchased it on vinyl. And for me, when I collect vinyls, it has to be a project, literally like no skips. So I loved Ice Spice's EP so much. Um, there's another artist I love. Her name is Little Hero, and she makes like very nostalgic, hyper girly pop. I would say hyper girly pop is like the best way to describe her music. Um, love her music, and she's such a sweetheart. We follow each other on Instagram, but one of her EP, she released an EP in August, I think it was. That's one of my most replayed albums or like projects. Okay, Lana Del Rey released a project earlier this year in March that I really enjoyed, and there are like a couple, like there's like a handful of songs on that album that I am in love with, and it's so funny because I was a Lana Del Rey fan before she was Lana Del Rey, like when she made music under Lizzie Grant, and then she released like Born to Die, which is one of my favorite albums of all time, and to have like such a uh just like such a heavy hitting album like Born to Die, and then like so many years later release an album and it's like your music is still so good. Mm. So that was, what was that, my third project, and then my fourth project, you guys already know, Pink Friday too. But my number one song this year, this should be no surprise, but like my Spotify Wrapped, my number one song was Barbie World, Ice Spice, Nicki Minaj. When I say I carried that song on my back, if that song has 1 billion streams, I kid you not, I account for 999,999, I don't know, whatever. However the number goes on. The repeating nine, okay? It's me. No one listened to that song more than I did, okay? I'm about to see what you guys said. Conceded by Phil Millie. Okay. The I'm Kenneth, Kenneth. I'm Kenneth. Those shirts are so cute. And there's some like really pretty ones. I'm seeing a couple of Phil Millies in here. Okay. Pink Panthers, her music is so vibey. The Barbie album overall was good. I have it on vinyl. Like, yep. Jaguar 2, that's a good one. Yes. Oh, you loved Ultraviolence? Let me tell you, I shouldn't tell you this. My favorite song on Ultraviolence is Florida Kilos. I was literally listening to that while I was making these strawberries. These are not strawberries, they're freaking pine berries. Pine berries. I don't know. Um, I'm a Lana Del Rey girly down, okay? They cannot make me hate that woman. I love Lana Del Rey. Listen, Florida Kilos is such a good song. Okay. Let's do some more reflecting because I know some of you are working on your vision boards. I hope the reflection questions are helpful in like crafting your goals and with the things you want to manifest for 2024. Um, this is a heavy hitting one. If you don't want to share in the chat, it's okay. But this is about your missed opportunities. So, is there anything you wish you had done differently this year? Is there anything you wish you had done differently? Shelby, I love your answers right now. Is there anything I wish I had done differently this year? I know a lot of people live by like no regrets, and I, to an extent, believe like everything happens for a reason. But I think it's important to be real with yourself about missed opportunities so that you don't repeat those same mistakes next year. So, you guys, this cherry is so tart. Missed opportunities. Oh, you wish you had spoken up for yourself a lot more and put up boundaries. That's a good one. That is a good one. I mean, this goes back to what I was saying earlier, but I feel like there's some people who should have never gotten to know me in any capacity. Like, this is what I was saying earlier with like practicing like your spirit of discernment and who gets close to you. There's some people who really didn't have any good intent with me, and I wish I picked up on that sooner. Like, I'm really good with that typically. I don't know what happened. I fumbled this year. I'm gonna do better next year though. Set more boundaries. Yep. You want to be seen as a Shelby. What makes you think that you're not seen as an adult? Like, to you, what is an adult? You wish that you did change your major. Rosie, I said we're gonna get into. I think that question is coming up soon. There's a question I have for you guys about career and goals. So Rosie, we're gonna dive into that later. If you want to share more, you don't have to. You wish you got your nail tech license this year, but you put on doing it. That's what matters. That's all that matters. You wish you applied to grad school. You missed school. I be saying the same thing. Boss man, that's my boyfriend. He be like, you are a professional student. You love school. You every time I complain, he's like, no, you love school. You guys, when I tell you after this, I'm done. I mean, after this, I really am done. It's gonna be a PhD. What is there to do? Like, what is there to do at that point? When I say I'm done with school after this, you couldn't pay me. I mean, I'm getting paid now to go to school, but you couldn't pay me to go to school. I'm sick of school now. But I was the same way. I was the same way, Cammy. I'm saying that, but I really do love school too. You wish you would have ended a certain friendship a long time ago. Yeah, some people are like leeches. Like, it's just draining. If you allow them in your space for too long, it really just takes away from you. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. What new recipe or food did you fall in love with in 2023? I know what my answer is, and it isn't new, but for some reason this year, I had to amp it up. Like, I was hooked. And for me, it's edamame. I was obsessed with edamame this year. Obsessed. Like, I was upset. There was really like a TikTok stream, I think, a TikTok live I was doing. And I was like, this is my snack, you guys. It was literally edamame. And I'm like, I might seem like an deranged lunatic snacking on vegetables. I love edamame. Oh, are you gonna go to DreamCon next year? People do talk to adults a certain way. You're right about that. So, but do you think there's something about yourself that like gives off like a childlike presence? I feel like this is difficult because I'm also someone. I'm a very much so grown woman. Okay, um, but I think just in terms of like my aesthetic and stuff, like okay, I'm walking around with like a Louis Vuitton bag with like a Hello Kitty dangler, right? So I feel like a lot of like my appearance and presentation probably comes off childish to some, but I guess I've mastered a way where people don't quite try me, but it's like it's difficult to get to that space. Like it's really like a delicate balance. London fog lattes, matcha lattes, acai bowls. Ooh, you guys have some good ones in here. Mmm. I love matcha latte so much. I think this year, like, they got good PR. They got really good PR this year. Alfredo pizza, yum. Okay, Shelby. So yeah, it's like a same thing with me. Shelby, are you like early 20s? I think earlier in my career, which I would consider like my the start of my career to be teaching. Like teaching was my first like big girl job, and like my classroom and everything was pink. I do feel like to an extent like I was treated as like a baby, but I also was kind of a baby. Now things are still like all pinking and stuff. I'm not quite treated that way. But it's also because I think I've had a chance to like prove myself. I think like off initial impression, people treat me that way because of my like aesthetic and my appearance. But like once I get to talking, it's like, oh no, that's a grown woman. Yeah, that's a grown woman. Oh yeah, you're 24. Yeah. Ooh. Are you new to your job, Shelby? Like, did you just recently start a new job? If so, I'll say like it'll likely pass. It'll likely pass. I think we have another. We I feel like some of us touched on this in like our previous answers, but my next question was like, how have your relationships evolved this year? So I know Rosie left a relationship. I know a couple people like left friendships. I know some people entered new friendships. But how have your relationships evolved this year? Um, for me, I already spoke about friendship, so I guess I'll share a bit about my romantic relationship, which I rarely ever talk about. Um, we got together when we were very young. Marriage has always been the end goal. However, he's respected my decision to prioritize work and school. And now I'm in a really, really good place in my career. And obviously, I'm nearing the end of my school journey. And so I am now thinking seriously about the next step. Like, it's like, okay, I am ready to be your wife. Um, and I think kind of like seriously hitting that point now in our relationship this year. And knowing like, a proposal is likely to happen within the next 12 months is definitely a way that we've evolved. And I don't mean that in like a surface level way because I'm not the life of a wife type of girl. You guys know I'm not the relationship advice type of like if you guys follow me, I rarely talk about that because I personally believe in women prioritizing themselves. So I just feel like the standard is always partnership. Like we are conditioned from a young age to think about men and happily ever after and all that. So I just don't feel like that type of that type of talk serves any value in my online community. So I don't talk about it. So I don't mean this in like a surface level way. Like yes, I'm ready to have a ring on my finger or anything like that. Like, I have a ring on my finger now. It's not an engagement ring, but yeah. It's more in the way of recognizing our growth as individuals. So, like, who he is as a man, who I am as a woman, and how that individual growth has contributed to the path that we are on together and the life that we're building together. I hope that makes sense. So, yeah, that's mine. It can be romantic or platonic. It's up to you. I just shared. Thank you. It's a Barbie glass. I just shared my romantic one because I feel like I have been talking about friends in the other questions. I don't want you guys to get bored. Yes, order them. Listen. First of all, these were sold out for a long time. Get them while you can. Get them while you can. Oh, so yeah, I was saying earlier, Catherine, with my Catherine, is that your name? I just assume your name is Catherine, but I don't know if that's your name. But yeah, I shared earlier how I feel like I reached a new level of intimacy with my friends for sure. You have to, Cammy. This is in response to your message in the chat. You definitely have to like put in intentional time for your friendships. You have to be intentional. And there's a number of little things. There's actually an article, and I will probably share this like on my blog, on my website. But there's this article I had shared in the group chat like earlier this year. And basically I was having a conversation with my CEO and I don't know how we got on the topic, but he was saying how one of his friends got him like a little trinket, like a little knickknack, and he was saying how he didn't think much of it in a moment, but he really appreciated it because every time he looks at it in his house, like it makes him think of his friend. And so I was sharing how like those little moments matter more than people think. And I have to be intentional about just sharing little things. So like before the new year rolls in, I've been doing like a little facelift for my living room. So like I bought like new throw pillows and I got like an area rug. I don't know which way to slide so you guys can see this, but you guys could probably get see some like lighting behind me underneath the shelves and stuff. Some like, little mood lighting, just like little things like that. And it's not a big deal, right? But it's like just something little that's happening in my life. And so like I shared pictures, took pictures and like shared them in a group chat. Like, you guys look how things are coming along. This is, my plans for the decor, blah blah blah. And it sparked like a whole conversation. But like it contributes to the intimacy in my friendships when like my friends know like these little details of my day to day. And I think like as an adult, it matters even more now because I feel like a lot of times when we're younger, our friendships are a matter of like convenience and proximity. And you really have to put in that effort where you are sharing those little day to day moments. Where like in high school, you would be together for those day to day moments. So yeah, um, romantically, you're getting back into the dating game. Okay. Have you gone on any dates this year? Focusing on school and work is just fine. I sincerely believe that when you have reached a certain level of self, like a higher level of being, you're going to attract the partner that you desire. So, focus on yourself. That's always my biggest piece of advice. Romance wise, you've been forcing yourself to like men when you know that you don't. Shelby, is it like, are you worried like people won't accept your preferences? I'm happy that you are, taking a break from forcing yourself to like men. Men aren't that interesting to have to force yourself to like them. Like, some are great. Some are great. Oh, I love your name. Hi, welcome. You've learned that you cannot function well without a routine, so you're trying to get better at that. I am a routine girly, and I'm a former educator. And when I say, like, my babies, my scholars needed a routine, and I taught third grade and I've taught sixth grade, they love them a good routine. They love them a routine. Routines are really important. They are really, really important. I know some people can function without them, but I like having a routine. I 10 by 10. That's a line from Johnson's Family Vacation, which is an old movie. You been talking to someone? Ooh wee. Ooh wee. You wish all your friends knew each other so that you could spend time with them all at once. That's real. That is really real. Maybe a book. It's so funny you say book club. I was thinking about starting a book club for this year, but like in a really um I've been trying to think of the logistics of it. So not in like your traditional book club type of way. Like I had considered doing like a Zoom meeting or something like that. Um, but what I find with like my primary audience is like people might not want to engage in that way. And so I was considering perhaps doing like a bi-monthly book club so that people with their busy schedules had 2 months to read a book. I would post a blog post about the book and we would do like a live like this discussing the book so that people could participate like in the chat in the way that they're comfortable um, working through it. But I think those type of settings do invite mixed groups, so that could definitely work for your friends if you want to do a book club. That's a good one. You're relearning your boundaries. What romance books are you reading, Rosie? I need to know. Yeah, I'm definitely. You guys know I be reading. The you guys know it's so funny. One of the first, because for Christmas, one of my gifts is a camera, and one of the first videos I'm gonna do is a book haul, because for my job we have a $1,000 annual budget for professional development, and I didn't use any of it this year. And so I've been trying to use it before the year ends. And basically, I purchased like hundreds of dollars worth of book. Like, I think at this point, I've spent a clean $700-800 on books. Um, but yeah, I definitely, and there are some books I've shared like on TikTok and stuff throughout the years where people are like, I want to know more about that. Tell me more, talk more about it. I didn't necessarily want to talk about it on TikTok because you just never know like the audience you're gonna get. I feel like in this setting it's like more controlled. Like for YouTube, people are going out of their way to come here. TikTok is like you can just stumble upon someone and that just invites company that I don't necessarily like to keep. So you joined a book club this year and you love it. That's good. Okay, it's been awesome. That is good. That is good. All right, you guys, are you ready for your next question? Oh, wow. Speaking of books, what book or genre was your favorite read this year? For me personally, honestly, it's been smut. It's been manga. But like my favorite ones this year, like this year, I was heavy on Yakuza Lover. I was pre-ordering those books. Like I was playing zero games with Yakuza Lover. Um, which like it's a spicy manga about a college student named Yuri who begins dating basically, translation is like a mob boss, So I was eating that up. I've also really been enjoying the Lore Olympus updates. I've been reading Lore Olympus since it came out, before it grew to what it is. It's insane how much it's grown, how many readers it has, the the t-shirts and stuff that you see in Hot Topic. It's just insane. But that's really what I've been enjoying. Obviously, like I read very serious things. Like I'm a PhD student, so of course I'm reading like real life stuff too, right? Like I don't just like rot my brain, but it's fun just to read whatever. Historical period, okay. Um, do you watch Queen Charlotte as well? Someone told me I should watch Queen Charlotte because they think I personally would love that character. So, the Broken Earth trilogy. What genre is that? It's like fantasy. I love fantasy. You guys, the ones who follow me on TikTok know this, or Twitter, but you guys know I be playing episode, and literally I have my episode time every night. I be curled up in bed. I have a little wine glass, and I be like in some of these stories. And the fantasy ones are my favorite. I love dark romance. I love dark romance. Welcome to those who just joined. Okay, you said the Broken Earth. Let me look this up. And it's a trilogy. Listen. Okay, I'm gonna have to check this out. Oh, it looks like they have a couple of sets where I can get all three at the same time. Okay. How society uses and profits off of it. Okay. This seems a little deep. Okay. So Queen Charlotte reminds you of me. I'm gonna have to check it out. Someone literally told me that. They were like, I think that you would love it. Like you would love Queen Charlotte. You would love her. So I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Okay, you guys. Now we're on the career and goals ones. Rosie, if you want to share, I would love to hear more about it. But did you guys achieve the goals that you set for yourself in your career or your personal life for 2023? And I'm going to start off with vulnerability for you guys to model it so that if you guys want to be vulnerable in the chat, you feel comfortable doing so. So career goals, at the beginning of this year, I was under a different manager, and this is a manager who I had gotten really close to because we worked together at my last job, and the current company I'm with, the CEO basically like wanted her, like he scouted her, he wanted her to work at the organization, and she was like, sure, but I'm not going without Key. So they also happened to be hiring for a position that like I could do. So this was a couple years ago. But I share that to say I was really close with this manager. Like I came with her to this organization from a different organization. Like I followed her. And I'm now under a different manager. She's transitioned out of the organization, but I was on track to become a director at this organization. And for those of you who don't know, I work in the field of artificial intelligence. I work at a tech startup essentially. And so, there's only but so many of us, but because it's a startup, there's like a lot of things. Like we're basically building a plane while flying it in terms of like systems and structure for the organization itself. Not necessarily the work itself. Like the work is getting done, the money is coming in, like we doing this stuff, right? Um, but in terms of just like like building culture and just those things like systems, processes, all of that. And so we technically kind of didn't have like a like promotion framework or anything. And so I was hoping that those things would be ironed out before the end of this year so that I could be like my goal was going into 2024 I would be a director. The real reason behind that though is because I wanted a pay increase. I didn't care so much about being a director. Some of you know, like I'm a director for DreamCon. I've managed people for years. I've been managing people since I was 19 working retail, right? So I didn't necessarily care about like the responsibility. I would care if I wasn't getting that development elsewhere. But because like I already manage a team of people in another job and I feel like I'm exercising those skills, I wasn't worried about not doing it in my full time job. But I really wanted the pay, so I was like, okay, well, if being director means I'm gonna get this pay increase, and I'll do it, whatever. Um, Anyways, long story short, like we just got our promotion framework and stuff like 2 weeks ago. So obviously, like no one's been promoted this year or anything like that. So that is a goal I didn't meet was getting promoted to director. But I did get my pay raise. I got a $20,000 pay raise and a $5,000 bonus. So I'm like, do I care about being director? Not so much. But that was a goal I set, and I'm someone who typically likes to like check off my list. So it is kind of bothering me. Like this is something I thought was going to happen and it didn't. But it is what it is, It is what it is. You've learned to deal with uncomfortable feelings in conversations rather than avoiding conflict. Ooh, I love that. That is a really, really, really overlooked skill that not many people possess. Many people are very, very conflict adverse. I tell people all the time I'm combative. And not like in the negative connotation type of way, but just like, okay, do we have a problem? What's good? Like, let's get to it. And are we going to move past it or not? Are you going to fight me over this or not? Like, what are we doing? And I think some things like aren't a big deal, but people think that like my like me confronting them is making it a big deal, or like they misinterpret the tone. And for me, it's like it doesn't have to be all that. I'm stating what the issue is or how I felt or perceive things. I'm giving you a chance to like address it and state your point of view. And there's opportunity and space for us to move forward. But I think so many people are not used to those conversations that sometimes it isn't received well. So for you to have taken a step to like actually deal with those things head on, even if it means other people aren't as receptive, is really big for you. That's a really good thing for you. You don't think you had as much time to focus on your career because you were busy focusing on your degree? I would say that focusing on your degree is focusing on your career. So that's good for you. Okay, the exams are really difficult, and it takes a lot of people, quite a few tries. Um, I love that you're still trying. I love that you're still trying. That makes me really happy. All right. All right, all right, all right. And Rosie, I don't know if you're still here or if you're typing your response. I'm going to ask the next question, but if you're still here and you want to share your career thing for 2023, feel free. Um, what was your favorite gadget or app that made life easier or more fun for you this year? Gadget or app? Mmm. Ooh, okay, I know. Ooh, I know. So I'm a Google Calendar girl, and I mean I have to be because I'm in classes, I have my research assistantship, I have my full time job, and then you guys know I have like two part time jobs, and so I have to have everything on a calendar. And you guys know I write everything in a calendar. This is my one for 2024, so this is empty. But you guys know I have my 2023 one upstairs in Barbie World, and Rosie, I'm about to address that in a second. I Google Calendar rolled out like two no's longer. It was maybe like August, like 4 months ago. They rolled out the appointment booking feature. Oh, I love the appointment booking feature. It's basically like a Calendly, if any of you use that. And I use it in my role with DreamCon where I manage a team. And so I like set up an appointment page for them to be able to book one-on-ones with me. The past 2 to 3 weeks, I was doing interviews because I'm adding people to my team. I'm hiring. And so for my candidates that I wanted to interview, I set up like an appointment booking feature, and I just put all the slots I was available, and people were able to manage their own appointments. They could book them, they can cancel them, whatever. But I love the Google Calendar appointment booking feature. It is like the best feature they've ever created. I love it. I love it real bad. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Another tech or app thing that I love this year that made life easier or more fun. I mean, I talked about this on TikTok, and I was just discussing here like episode. I was an episode girly like years and years and years ago. Like I used to play the Demi Lovato story, the Mean Girl story. But I've been back on episode heavy this year, and it's just I love it so much, you guys. I don't know what I would do without episode. It's such a good way to decompress. I love episode. I be active on the episode Reddit threads. Like I'm down bad. Okay, so Rosie shared. Rosie, you didn't feel confident that you would pass law school. So Rosie, I don't know if you know this about me, but the reason I started my YouTube channel years ago was because I was going to go to law school. And at the time, and this has changed so much at this point. This was almost 10 years ago. At the time, there was no one on YouTube who looked like me talking about law school. There were three people. One of the girls, her primary content was makeup, and she had dropped out of law school, or she had gotten kicked out of law school. One of them had just finished law school, and then the third one had dropped out of law school. So, and I can remember this so clearly because those are like the only three who look like me, right? And so I was like, I want to document my law school journey, like my journey to law school, and then once I'm accepted through law school. And for those who know my story, you know that I initially wanted to go to law school to be in the field of fashion, which is what I was studying in school and stuff. And then I had created my own major, still planned to be an attorney in the field of fashion. And long story short, through a very like long self-discovery journey, I decided I wanted to get into education policy. And so I was like, but I don't want to be a policymaker who's never been in a classroom because that's why we have the policies we have now. And so I was like, well, let me teach first. And so that's how I started teaching. But when I was teaching, I was still like studying for the LSAT and stuff and planning to go to law school. And I got my master's degree. All of my electives were like in education policy, special education law, school law. And I realized I hated policy. And my entire world fell apart because I had been planning for years of going to law school. And I almost kind of didn't know like what my identity would be without like this end goal that I had been so married to. I didn't know what I was going to do. Like it literally felt my life had shattered. And I'm someone who has like a 10-year plan. I keep a 10-year plan in OneNote. And so I was like, I'm out here just like raw dogging life. But clearly it wasn't the end of the world. Everything happens for a reason. But yeah, that was something else. But yeah, Rosie, I feel like you would be fine with law school. I feel like you need to have more confidence in yourself. You guys are sharing some good apps in here. Like, oh my gosh. I love Notion as well. It's so cute. Like I love just like customizing my Notion pages. Mhm. Same. My Notion is like super cute and girly. Oh my gosh, there are so many like if you just like search on TikTok like customizing Notion or I don't know, pink Notion, girly Notion, there's like a ton of stuff out there to do it. A lot of people, not this year, but like last year, like Notion content was heavy on TikTok. Yeah, Notion you can make a really cute and pretty. Um okay, we have two more questions, you guys. Our last like serious one is around health and wellness. How did you prioritize your mental and physical health this year? If you didn't prioritize it, tell me why or like what you would do differently. But how did you prioritize your mental and physical health? Um, for me, mental health wise, I feel like I just really tapped into like my interest in my hobbies. Like I intentionally made time despite being busy with school and work, which is why I be on here like playing brats and talking about episodes and stuff because I really prioritize those things this year for my mental health. Um, and then and it's so funny because I was just telling you guys about the whole promotion with director thing, and I literally told my manager like, if the expectation of leadership is to not have a good work life balance, I don't want to be a director because I really value my work life balance. And if I wanted to be in a career where I couldn't do that, I'd be in big oil or I'd be, a doctor or something somewhere like but I'm not, and that's on purpose. So, no thanks. um, so that was for mental. For my physical health, some of you may have seen like on TikTok and stuff, but I had like the walking pad upstairs. Now that I'm on campus more though, obviously I'm walking around campus a lot more. Um, I didn't do that good with my goal of actually eating throughout the day. I typically eat one meal a day, which is not good. Like today, I have not had a meal, which you guys have seen me eat, which is like what, a cherry, a strawberry, a grape, and then one cracker with cheese and salami. That's all I've eaten today. Like I'm not eating today, and now it's 11 o'clock where I am, which is not good, and I'm supposed to be working on that. Because what happens is that when you eat once a day, like your body's in starvation mode, so it stores everything because it thinks like, who knows when it's gonna get its next meal. And my PCP is gonna be on my neck when I see her in March. She's gonna be on me heavy about that. I'm gonna try to do better though. I feel like I had like ups and downs with it. Like for a good like month or so, a solid month out of 12. Boyspring was like meal prepping for me and like packing my lunches and stuff from when I was on campus. So I was doing pretty decent for like that 1 month. And then I don't know what happened. Um, ooh, Zumba workout. You've been listening to podcasts. You've been watching. You've been healing your inner child. I love that. What shows have you been watching? That's to you, Pink Cheetah Princess. But okay. So Barry Lolita says that she fell off her gym routine later on in the year, but it sounds like that means you started off strong, so that's good. You've been going to your therapy sessions. I love that, and you've been doing yoga once a week. Yes. You got back in the gym. You took a break from school. That's so good. And you've been spending time with friends, hobbies, traveling. That is really. You guys have been taking care of yourself. Okay, Cami says that you weren't able to this year, but you realize. Okay, so that's what matters. Even if like you fell off this year, all of you guys are acknowledging that and being like, you know what you're going to do different next year, which is the point of this. That's why we're reflecting on 2023. So as you guys are working on your vision boards, you know what to do differently for 2024. Rosie, your relationship was draining you. Oh, Rosie, I am really proud of you again for stepping away from that relationship. And I hope that because of that 2024, you're able to prioritize yourself the way that you're supposed to. With that, that brings us to my last fun question, which is about girly gatherings. So I want to know, what was the most fun girls' night out event that you attended this year? You've been watching Strawberry Shortcake? Oh my gosh. And Barney. One of my high school friends' mom used to call me Baby Bop. The most fun girls' night out event. Okay, so like by default, I love, love, love our virtual summer parties, and I definitely want to do more. Like I sincerely love these. I have so much fun. In terms of non-virtual, physically in person, um, probably like earlier this year when I went to Vegas. I spent time with Eden, one of my best friends, Eden, and her friends. And so Eden and I are so close now that like I feel like her friends are my friends. Um, so yeah, we went out, we had fun. Went to like a hookah lounge. This was like after a day of shopping. We had dinner reservations at Carbone, which I love. So it was just fun. And I'm so excited because all of us, like Eden and her friends and myself, we're all going to Nicki Minaj's concert together. So I think that's going to be so much fun. It was Renaissance night at a local club. Did you go to the Renaissance concert? I went to the concert. I went by myself. You went to an anime con with your sister's friends? Ah, for the first time in years. I love that. I was actually gonna say anime con as well, but or you know, like the cons I go to. But I guess it's usually not like just girls. Like Boston goes with me, and there's like a lot of guys and stuff and friends we know in our friend group. But those are always so much fun. You stay in an Airbnb. Oh my gosh, I love that. I have a couple of like girls' nights out, like already planned for next year. Like I told you guys, the going to see the Pink Print 2 show in Vegas. Ari, Lisa, and myself, I want to do a writers retreat, like a cabin or something, like next fall, winterish. Because at that time, like my dissertation study would have been done, and I'll like really be writing and analyzing the data and stuff. So like just getting away with the girlies and writing. They both write as well. Like Ari writes for her career, and then Lisa manages a blog, and she does like a lot of manga review, and she's like, you know, on list and stuff to like see movies and receive manga to do reviews and stuff. So like we all write different reasons. But yeah, I think that would be fun. You're going to the Pink Friday tour too. I haven't seen Nicki in concert since the Pink Print tour. And that was what, 2014, 2015. Had so much fun with my high school best friend. I really would have loved for my high school best friend to go to this one too, but she is having my other baby next month actually. And so I just feel like, you know, March, April is just like a bit too soon to have her at a concert after having a newborn. So you hosted Galentine's with your friends? Ooh. I love that. Okay. The Barbie movie event was a vibe. Like literally, I went to like a big Barbie blowout bash like before the movie released, like in theaters. Like it was like one of the early screenings. And like my movie theater went above and beyond. They had signature drinks on the menu and everything. Like it was a vibe. The decor was insane. And everyone, I just wish I could bottle the feeling of this Barbie summer. Like hearing Hi Barbie everywhere. And I typically hear that a lot, like in my life in general. But it was just different, like just being surrounded by so much pink. It literally made everyone happier and nicer. Like, hello? Okay. Rosie, you met up with your friends in New York. Okay. I love that, Rosie. That is such a vibe. That's the type of, that is like one of the reasons like I hate being in long distance friendships. Like I love those type of moments where like you just go to someone's house and you guys are just drinking and catching up and watching stuff and listening to music. It can't be beat. Mm. Oh, your friend did a booth? Oh my gosh. The parties at anime conventions are so fun. Especially like if you know the ones to go to. So fun. I think I have like the most fun at those parties. You guys, tonight we were supposed to do a quiz. I feel like it's late though. Are you guys sleepy? Well, it's only been 2 hours, huh? That's not too bad, but still, still. The thing is, I be talking like this on these streams, and then I'm so not used to. Okay, so I graduate next year. So this semester, spring 2024, I'm finishing my coursework, and then like full 2024, spring 2025, I'm just writing my dissertation. So I will be done, like getting my degree in spring 2025. Gotta get through this dissertation. Whew. You're not sleepy? Okay. I should have told TikTok I was live. I forgot to, you guys. I be trying to remember. It's hard. I think I'm pivoting a little. One of my goals for this year, for 2024, is to, I like TikTok, but I feel like I'm closer, like when I, to closer to you guys, when I'm like here on YouTube or like when I'm on my blog. So I really think I want to focus on like strengthening and like growing the community here and on my website. My website is like members only. So like when I post my blog posts, you have to be like a member of the website to read it, which is intentional. Because again, I feel like like on TikTok or even like Twitter, like it's just random outsiders who happen to stumble upon your stuff. Like I wanted to be in a space where it's just more intentional, so that it invites like-minded people. Full 2024. Okay, so we won't be too far behind each other. So you'll finish in the fall, and I'll come behind you in the following semester. Ooh, a capstone. Mm-mm-mm. You're so close. I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. I'm about to crunch another cracker in you guys' ear. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Those are some solid goals. All right now. Those are really solid goals. Wow. I'm so excited, you guys, because oh wait, don't play with me. Okay, good. So I told you guys I'm giving my home a little facelift, and one of the things I purchased is a dining room table. Dining room, right? We live in a loft, so it's not technically a dining room, but Anyways, a dining room table. And I wanted it before the new year. Like, I just wanted to set the precedence for the new year. So I wanted my full facelift to be done going into the new year. And then, like, I'll have company New Year's Eve and stuff, and we're going out. So I just wanted things to be together by then. And so, this is going to sound so silly. I had ordered a table, and I'm someone when I order something, like, I just keep going back to the link and reading, like, more reviews and looking at pictures and just, like, fantasizing about it. And in me doing that weirdo thing that I do, I realized I did not order a freaking table. I ordered table legs for a DIY table. It's like you have to buy like the top, like the glass or something yourself. I'm like, who would want that? And why would I pay this much for table legs? Are you kidding me? So I canceled that order. And then I was scrambling to try to order another table that would get here today, Friday, so that it was definitely here before the weekend and New Year's Eve and all that. So I ended up paying more for another table just because of the fact that I thought it was going to be here by today. And then it told me it was not going to be here till Tuesday the 2nd. And I was devastated. I'm like, I want this here before the new year. I want this here before I have company on Sunday. What are you talking about? You're not going to be here till Tuesday. I paid more to get this table from this place just because it was one of the places that would deliver by today. But today I see my tracking updated and it's supposed to get here tomorrow morning. So fingers crossed. Okay. Okay. So more goals have piled in. I'm loving the way that you guys are supporting one another. Like, yes, I love that people are focusing on paying off credit card debt. Yes, 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 yes. New friends. Rosie, that's a good one. Adjust to your new job and succeed in it. Pass and learn how to drive. Oh my God. You're learning to drive? I love that. It reminds me of one of my favorite movies, Clueless, where Cher is learning how to drive. Oh, Shelby, you want to know if there's a Discord? Okay, this is like, I'm so happy you said that. I'm gonna ask you guys your opinion. So I received an email today to my like my Pinky Sensei collaboration inbox for a collaboration for an app where it's literally, oh, this is so cute. Anyways, it's literally a platform where you can like chat, video call, watch shows and movies together in like these fully customizable spaces. And some of you may know this. I've talked about this on TikTok, but I'm really particular about what brand collaborations I accept. And I was thinking, I was like, this seems like such like a very cute and customizable Discord type of application. But I wasn't sure if you guys would be interested in us having a community or something like that. Would you guys be interested? Like, do you guys like want a need or like feel a need for us to have some type of like chat community outside of our live streams? Because like I had considered doing the Instagram group chat one, but I'm in a couple of those and they're just kind of so all over the place. I considered Discord as well. It's so funny. I have a Discord I set up years ago with the intent to use it and then like never actually used it. So it could be Discord, but I think this app could be cute for us as well. It's called Here FM. I would have to vet it and check it out first. From what I see in the email they sent me, it sounds cute. But would you guys like actually download the app and want to be part of that community? Okay, Barry, you want to learn how to drive a bigger car? Okay. I think a lot of people learn to drive like at an older age, especially like, okay, so you guys know I'm from New York. I'm from Long Island specifically, so we drive. But like if you're like in the city or something, if you're from one of the boroughs, like a lot of people don't drive until they're an adult or like they have a reason to drive. So I think there's like no shame in that. I think that's very normal. I'll do some more research on this app. It looks like it could be cute. I want to see who actually uses it though. I listen. I think that's one of the benefits of me actually having a job outside of like content creation. Like any extra money is cute, but I don't do anything for the money. So I'm just in a privileged place where like I don't have to say yes to things because I'm worried about where I'm going to get rent money from or things like that. So with that, I'm able to like really vet things out and decide what I want to share and what I don't want to share with you guys, and what I want to monetize and don't want to monetize. I'll check it out though because I think it would be nice if we can connect more. Um, like one of the girlies in Pretty Committee had asked for advice about moving out, and it's like you guys were just talking earlier about like moving and stuff like that, and I feel like it would have been so helpful if like yes I can give her my advice and stuff, but she could have also came to the chat and like gotten advice from you guys. Like that's what I picture. Like that's the reason why I enjoy content creation. But the biggest thing and why I've been pushing more towards my website is because I want a space where we can really like commune with one another and where there are like resources and advice readily available. So I think that'll be nice. Okay, I'll look into it. This app looks like it just looks like it could be cute for us. I mean, like literally, like aesthetically cute, like changing like the wallpaper and stuff. So that's like one up over Discord. But I'll definitely look into it. I'll let you guys know. They'll probably want me to post a TikTok video about it, but I'm not posting no TikTok video about it unless I like it. So I'll do some research. But I really just wasn't sure if you guys were interested. So I wasn't. I was considering the partnership only if I felt like, because if I post a TikTok video about it, it'll literally be about us using it, right? And so if we're not going to use it, there's nothing to post about. So is anyone else? I know a couple of you have mentioned you were working on your vision boards. Is anyone else working on theirs? The reason why I have all my stuff right here to begin working, but the reason why, and I posted some of the supplies earlier. Like I have some really cute stuff for it. But I want mine to be inside of this new notebook, and I got it customized, and it's coming all the way from Poland, so it's not here yet. That's the only reason why I haven't quite done mine yet. I have all the stuff I know what's going in there though. You started downloading your images. That's good. That's good. Oh my gosh, it's almost 11:30. It'll be going on midnight soon. I'm so happy this table is coming tomorrow, you guys. I'm probably gonna post it. I'll post it on TikTok tomorrow or Sunday. I so that's the same. So last year I did. That's why I wanted to do one this year because last year I did the virtual summer party, and it's so funny because like I had this whole spread on my kitchen counter. Like I have an island, and I had everything spread out. And the way I had my camera set up was like I had a camera on me, but then I had another camera connected so that everyone could see what I was working on. And when I say I didn't work on anything, I think I glued a couple of things down. I was chatting. Okay, it's hard. It's hard to do it while you're talking and like while you're like actively engaged in the chat. Being around to actually do them. What I had to do last year was I had to do it like by myself, and I think I recorded the process and posted. Yeah, I recorded the process and I posted the video on YouTube because I was doing the 12 days of Christmas. And you guys know like the 12 days of Christmas is like December 25th. Like that's when the first day starts, and then in 12 days, so like the first couple of days of January. So yeah, I did mine for the 12 days of Christmas, but I could not do it on live. I was talking too much. But I'd be really engaged in the chat. Like that's why I can't go live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time because I really be in the chat. Okay, so selfishly, you guys, I want to try to watch a couple episodes of my of Wicked City tonight. So I think I'm gonna get off so I can watch some episodes. I kind of don't want to leave you guys though. I had so much fun. I love doing these. I always tell myself I want to do more, but then life just escapes me. Like I be on the go. Like already, just up until March. So the first 3 months of the year, I know for a fact that I have 5 trips planned. That is insane. Uh, and I hate traveling, mind you. I don't know if you guys know, I hate traveling. I don't want to complain though. I really don't want to complain, but I really hate traveling. So if I to have 5 trips planned in the first 3 months of the year, are you kidding me? But I did get a really cute Hello Kitty neck pillow for the plane today, so that'll make it a little worth it. But yeah, I had so much fun with you guys tonight. I definitely do want to do more. And like I said, I got a camera for Christmas, so now I feel like I have to be more active on YouTube. I really am going to be though because I want to capture my last semester of school. Like I've been saying I want to vlog my PhD journey, and then like I have not vlogged, and now I'm in my last semester of school. I'm like, dang, it's been 3 years and I haven't vlogged about it. What's wrong with me? So I'm definitely gonna be more active on YouTube in general. So I'm definitely gonna try to do more of these. I had so much fun with you guys. Like seriously, so much fun. So much fun. It was so nice to see familiar faces. Of course, see familiar faces, right? That's how I feel like I know you guys. It was so nice to see familiar names. And it was like so amazing that like new people came tonight and chatted. And I know some people are like lurkers, like they don't really want to chat. So I just love that you guys felt comfortable enough. I just think it really speaks volumes that everyone is just so comfortable. Like, I love this. I love us for real. But yeah, I'm gonna do more research on this app. I'll keep you guys posted. And I posted a Princess Diaries on TikTok today, so you guys can see the stuff that I bought. Because I actually posted the haul at the end of that Princess Diaries video, so you guys can see what I bought today. You can see the Hello Kitty neck pillow, and I'll post the video like tomorrow or Sunday of the dining room table. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it really comes tomorrow morning. I'm gonna be so distraught if it doesn't. And here goes my little brother who probably wants to cook his ramen. I was talking junk about him cooking his ramen in the video. And so here he is, probably wanting to cook ramen. And so he's staring at me like, are you about done or what? I'm starving.
You a sidekick or something?
Huh?
You a sidekick or something?
Victor, shut up.
It's 11:30. I didn't know how long you plan on going. I just want to make some dinner real quick.
No, I'm getting off now. I'm saying my goodbyes. That's what I'm saying. He's like, "Are you psychic or something?" Yeah, I know. He wants to make his little ramen and mess up my towels. But thank you guys so much for joining. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful, 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 wonderful new year. If I don't see you guys like in TikTok comments or something before then. Love you, mean it. Bye.